floppy disks and arcade lights. Pac-Man, Frogger, we're playing all night. Simpsons in the background, neon in the air. 80s vibes, man, we didn't care. VHS tapes staying up too late. Saturday cartoons, can't wait to escape. Dial-ups humming, we're hacking the code. Back when everything was in upload mode. Atari, Commodore, pixels on screen. Living in the future was more than a dream. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we're taking it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades to TV shows that ruled, you know we're kicking it old school. MTV playing our favorite jams, moonwalking with MJ, Neon Slam. Ghostbusters gear, we're ready to go. Chasing slasher scenes, fears in tow. Back to the future, hop in the DeLorean. Knight Rider cruising, man, there's no ignoring them. Battlestar Galactica, what a ride. Looney Tunes, antics, pure joy inside. Blockbusters ruled, we lined up for days. Video games booted up in the pixelated maze. Movie marathons and popcorn nights, we ruled the screen, living in the lights. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we're taking it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades to TV shows that ruled, you know we're kicking it old school. Grab your joystick, the game's about to start. A high score world, now that's an art. We're cruising on hoverboards, living our dream. Old school forever, we're igniting the scene. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we're taking it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades to TV shows that ruled, you know we're kicking it old school.
Today's episode is brought to you by PTZ Optics. Disability upgrade. New Wave Toys and their Replicate Amusements products. GG Retrobox. Get 3 to 5 games from your favorite series, consoles, and game genres delivered to your doorstep every month with GG Retrobox, the ultimate retro gaming subscription box for video game enthusiasts. Use code GRS15 at checkout to get 15% off your first box. And
Boom shakalaka! Hey everybody, it's Tim Kitzer here, the voice of some of your favorite video games like NBA Jam and NFL Blitz. And I'm here to talk to you about Old School Gamer Magazine. It's the magazine for retro gaming, and it's exploding. Kaboom! Print issues come out every other month, and if you want to go green, digital options are available. Visit oldschoolgamer.com and subscribe now. That's oldschoolgamer.com. Boom shakalaka! Kaboom!
Well, we've done it. Halloween is come and gone. Just 24 hours, though. A lot of candy left over, but we made Friday once again. So salute to all of you out there who went to work, did the grind, made it back to another Friday. So let's go to the chat real quick here and see who we have on this Friday, November 1st, 2024. Now, November 1st is also known as All Saints Day. So we had Halloween yesterday, Day of the Dead, and then today is All Saints Day. So let's see what we got in the chat here real quick. Go through my trusty phone so I can see what's going on here. Of course, we have Jason, our residential AI, and Jason is the person who sponsored the giveaway of tonight's show. We're going to be giving away 2 GRS Build-A-Cades on today's show. We'll pick 2 people probably at random, and Jason is the person behind all this. I'll make sure he gets his kudos for it, and we'll have it shipped out to you. But we'll get into the giveaways a little bit later. So we have Jason here. We have Wally Hansen here. We have Pliskin's Run. Snake Pliskin. I thought he was dead. Anyway, we also have Papa Brad's Gaming. Congrats to Papa Brad. I think he's getting close to like 20,000 subs, man. He's getting up there. Good for him. Andy's Game Room is here once again. Stephen M is here. Hobby Hands, as always, Hobby Hands is here. Awesome. Upkus is here again tonight. Always welcome to see you as well. Paul is here. ELEO is here. J-Rod, how you doing? Mitchell B is here. Who else we got? Jeff here. Who else? Who else? We're going down the list. Going down. Oh, God. I can't even see this one. Shreddy B. Hope I got that right. Who else we got here? Adam Caleb is always here. So we'll say hi to Adam. Alfred Berger is here. Paul Barris is here. The Trump or Die is here. Ted Adam Green is here. And I think we got everyone here. We have, Mikey Yoon is here. Mikey, I'll catch you one of these days down in Jersey. Buddy. Paul Surseg is here as well. And I think, Rotundo is here. Goofy Foot. Retro Randy. JR. People are coming in now. Kevin Clausen. And I think we're caught up right now. So first, I just want to just take a moment here once again to thank all you guys who come every week. My show is a little bit of a sham right now. I have some stuff planned for the coming weeks. Right now, I'm still kind of in transition, with Steven leaving, and we had Glenn on last week, which was great. Still having some plans, a little adjustments on the show, but getting on here. But for now, let's do another shooting by the hip type of show. And it looks like we have a super chat from Kevin Clausen already here. Super chatters are here. You get yourself a super chatters with Mr. Blue, I think. Let's see, where's Blue? Where's Blue hiding on me tonight? So, Kevin, thanks for the super chat. So, obviously, we're just, 24 hours past Halloween. I can see in this TV screen over here, that's actually my Halloween I did a couple of years ago. I'll show you guys what I did this year if you didn't see. I did a quick live stream yesterday. This is what my house used to look like. I really was really into Halloween. I would take like a week or a month to set up. I have an acre of property, so the whole front yard you can't see it right now, but there was tombstones and crosses and skeletons and holograms and fog machines and cauldrons and people walking around. And I have this house lit up. I have lightning machines. I had video projectors. I have all these things set up in the house. But back then, I was getting 300 or 400, 500 kids a night back then. Last night, in the past few years, maybe I'm getting 30, 40 people. It's just not the same, especially after COVID. So do I want to spend like a month or weeks setting up and then a few days having to break it all back down? So it's gotten to be a little more subdued. Here I'm going to show you real quick. This is what I did this year. Still pretty good. Move this up a little bit more so you can see a little bit more around it here. But I basically used some video projectors. So you could do a lot with even some inexpensive video projectors, a PC, and a $1 plastic tablecloth at a dollar store. So normally I had 5 or 6 projectors running into all the windows. I only did the windows on the first floor this year. I just don't have the trick-or-treaters anymore. I mean, I love Halloween. I love scaring people. I have people coming up for years saying it took them like 5 or 6 years to walk up my driveway. It's a 200-foot driveway. But Cole's sitting up there with the candy. They think he's fake, and then he goes to grab them with the candy. But it's just not enough people anymore, and it's kind of sad because I really do love Halloween and doing all these effects and having fog machines and having animatronics, and I have wireless microphones that go to skeleton heads and all these things. And my son's a little disappointed. I know, because he's like, he knows what I used to do in the yard and all around the house. But I don't know what's like for you guys. Put in the chat. Do you guys get a lot of trick or treaters anymore? I have a ton of candy left over. I've eaten candy. I've eaten candy for months. But I still try to do something. It's just, again, all those windows would have projectors on them in years past. Plus, I'd have holograms in the yard. But it's just not, I guess, not really like it used to be anymore. So it's a little bit more subdued. But what do you guys? Do you guys get a lot of kids? I don't know. And I know video projectors have gotten cheap. I mean, not cheap, but you can get a fairly decent projector for $200. Sometimes you even get them used, and the bulb is still good enough, or you can buy a replacement bulb. But you basically just go to the dollar store and get the dollar store tablecloth in white or black. I found that the white actually works better than the black for the projectors I have, because they're not the brightest. But if you have a bright video projector, use black, and the effects are really stunning. What you can do in these windows with these videos you can get and put on there. Take a quick look on the chat here, real quick. Let's go. What is this? My phone doing over here tonight? There we go. Let's see here. What do we got over here? Maybe 7 or 9 kids. That is horrible. Now, when I was growing up, back in the 70s, there were literally hundreds and hundreds of kids in the street going house to house. Hundreds of kids. Now they're going from cars, and probably they're doing this trunking. Where parents go to a parking lot with all their cars, and they just trick or treat car to car. What the hell's up with that shit? That's ridiculous. Really. James, man, I appreciate it, buddy. Projectors it's an easy thing to do, but what people not coming around anymore, it's just really, really bad. Goofyfoot here gave out about 75 bags of family size nacho Doritos. Nice. That's pretty good. I mean, I think I had about 70 people last night. That's a far cry from 400 or 500 kids I used to get during the week. And then on the weekend, it'll be much, much more. But now people go to these developments. They don't even walk anymore. They go to the car. They get in the car. They drive to the next house. They get out of the car, and they do that. And they go in the next. That's ridiculous. The whole point is to walk around and see people's costumes. This world's getting really screwy, and I'm not happy with how things are with holidays, especially Halloween. And Christmas is being advertised even before Halloween, which annoys me to no end. Enjoy the holidays. We have Thanksgiving coming up. I know a lot of my friends, Thanksgiving is a big holiday for them. Mine's going to be a bit of a mess this year personally, but Thanksgiving is a big, huge holiday, and they're already putting Christmas stuff out. I see people Christmas stuff out now. It gets me. It's one of my other rants, I guess, because I just don't understand why people can't wait for the right holidays to do the right thing. There we go. Well, is agreeing with me. We're rushing our lives away. We're rushing the holidays away. I mean, 2024 is coming to an end anyway. Enjoy Halloween, enjoy Thanksgiving, and then enjoy Christmas and New Year's. Just take them one at a time. Let your kids enjoy what you used to enjoy as kids. I mean, I'm pretty disappointed with Halloween overall. I just think that I went outside and there's really nobody. And then you get a few people coming up, maybe 10 people at a time, then there's nobody. Gone is a time of just streets filled with people running around. Of course, there was mischief, of course, shaving cream and, egging. I get it. But it's just not close to what it used to be at all. And my neighbor across the street, they did something real nice. They have a lot of side property. They actually made a haunted walkthrough, which was amazing. And there's really not that many people to go see it. So it just really gets under my skin when those things happen. Stephen, a couple of years ago, there were teenagers not even in costume driving a golf cart from door to door, trick-or-treating in my neighborhood. Yeah, that's kind of lame. It's kind of lame. It really is. We have here Shreddy B. 5 kids ran through my neighborhood like a pack of wild hyenas. Again, it's also mischief night. I get that. It is. But I don't agree with parents driving to a large parking lot, everyone taking their cars, open the trunks, and you go to their cars to get candy. That is just ridiculous. It's stupid. And part of the fun of trick-or-treating is going into neighborhoods maybe you didn't go to before and kind of meeting people and seeing people, even if they're in costume. But we've totally lost meeting people and greeting people in person. It's all on these things now. Pretty soon Halloween will be on an app. You just go on an app and say, I want candy. And someone's going to ship you candy. I mean, it's messed up. I'm not happy with it. Micah Yoon, part of it is the parents' fault. I had my first cell phone in college, and these kids, they just don't get the phones. They don't, Mikey, they don't. And my son, I will say, for Halloween he does, and he's a little disappointed too, because he's telling my dad, I have so much stuff in the attic. I had maybe 10% of my stuff out, and then I have a shed where I have a coffin I used to come out of, and cauldrons, and huge 6-foot crosses and tombstones. I'm gonna take them out. It's not worth it to take it out for the amount of kids I have coming to the house. It's just not. And then people come to the house. This is what really gets me. They come to my house, they're like, don't scare my kids. Bullshit. If you're coming to my house on Halloween, if you come to my house, I don't care if you're 2 or 90, you're getting scared. I'm going to scare you. You want to get the candy, you have to work for the candy. The first time I actually met my ex-girlfriend now, Jennifer, her daughter was 3. I didn't know it was her, and I scared the crap out of her. I felt horrible about it, but I scared her to death, and I felt bad about it. But that's what Halloween is. Halloween is that a season of you kind of be scared. You got that tense, and that's a good feeling. It's horror flicks. You want that little piece of terror. It's kind of safe, but you also want to be scared. And that's what gets me about now. When people come to my house saying, "Oh, don't scare my kid," bullshit. If you're coming to my house, I'm going to do my best to scare you and make your kid cry. That's what I'm going to do. That's right. If kids don't live crying, you didn't do Halloween right. James, you and I are on the same page, my friend. Absolutely. 100%. Paul, Grant. Great. Hey, I'll make kids cry. I have. Jen's daughter, I felt bad. I made her cry, but Ellie, I made cry. And I felt bad about it, but that is what Halloween is about. Scaramento. That works, man. That is. But that's kind of my little bit of a rant, because I do believe when we have these holidays, they don't even say trick or treat anymore. They just ring a doorbell and they go candy. It's just we're losing too much of things that are really enjoyable and to look forward to. I looked forward to Halloween. I look forward to Thanksgiving and Christmas. I look forward to, we're not so much Valentine's Day because I don't have a Valentine, but outside of those type of times, you look forward to these holidays. And when it comes to you, when it's just a whimper or not even that, no one shows up, and you go drive by a mall and you see people with cars parked with the trunks open and kids trick-or-treating that way, what the frig is wrong with this country, this world? It really is. We're not teaching our kids to teach their kids some traditions, some fun things. And Halloween is one of those times where you could be scared, but still kind of safe. And I'm not saying bad things don't happen on Halloween. They absolutely did on Halloween. They did. But that was the fun. You can't even go to school in a costume anymore. I mean, when we were growing up, we had masks. We went to school with a mask. You can't go with a mask. You can't go in a costume. You can't do shit. And, that was the best thing going to school. You had your costume. Even if you made your costume. When I was growing up, you made your costume. And you went to school to show your friends what you did and your costume. And you trick-or-treated between other classes. I got a long eyelash in my eye. Sorry, guys. People, it's just wrong. It's just wrong how kids are being really gypped on things that we did that was so much fun that they don't get to do anymore. If that's the case, then the best, scariest Halloween costume would be dressed up like Kathleen Kennedy. That would scare the shit out of me. That's for sure. That might get an egging, for sure. It's rather pathetic to see older kids driving around to different neighborhoods, purposely destroying decorations. Wow. Yeah, that would suck. If a kid did that, that'd be pretty bad. I mean, there was always mischief. I mean, Halloween is a night of mischief, for sure. And that always would happen. But at least you drive around. At least be a man and walk around, Have a chance to get caught. That's good. I'm glad that you do. Again, I had some, but there are these big ultra developments or super developments like Poltergeist, these big developments. Now they only want to go in there because they get more candy, right? But I've driven in those neighborhoods. Very few people did anything. There was some. There was some very minimal stuff, maybe a light flashing or a skeleton on the porch, or Madonna sitting on the front porch would be just as scary as Kathleen Kennedy these days. But in my neighborhood, around our blocks, the house a little bit further apart, but there were a lot of people who did a lot of cool things that people just didn't see, and it's just sad that people don't get to see those type of things. Yes, you can, Glenn. You just need to do some special pronouns, and you can. Oh goodness, I guess so. But I draw the line. I can't do that. Can't do that. Kevin Clausen, in my neighborhood on Facebook, they were posting the address of houses handing out the biggest candy. Well, again, that's cool too. I mean, there's definitely people who want to be known as that person giving those full-size candy bars. I know Bill Burr. He's like, yeah, man, I'm giving those big candies. I'm not that, but I'll give you a few candies. I got 3, 4, 5 candies, and I'll give you a handful and put it in the bag. I do those type of things. I still got a ton. I spent like $80 in Walmart on candy. But now next year, do I go what? Spend like $20? And then if I just run out, I run out and shut the door. Is that how it works nowadays? I never wanted to run out. I don't want to be that guy where someone rings the doorbell and you have nothing to give them. Unless you're on Everyone Loves Raymond, you hand out prophylactics. I thought it was wrapped candies, but here or there. It's just, I don't know. For just having Halloween come and gone, I understood during COVID that was one thing, but it hasn't recovered. COVID's been done for a while now, at least 2 years. And Halloween has just not sprung back from how it used to be. It really didn't. So 50 is too old to trick or treat? I don't think so. I've had adults come out to my house because they wanted to see my house. They wanted to see what I did. And I had a lot of comments saying, you didn't do a lot this year. I says, I don't have enough people to come by. Again, for my job, I would take a week off vacation just to set up for Halloween the way I wanted it. But it's not worth it to do all that. I'm sorry, for 50 kids or 60 kids. It's just not. Especially when people are saying, don't scare my kids. If I did all my stuff, they'd be shitting their pants. And that's what I want. That's Halloween. That's what you're supposed to. Halloween is supposed to be a scary holiday. It just is. RM Gray, 114. Thanks for joining. And again, I wanted to thank you guys for every Friday just coming in. Still, just to hear me rant and tirade for a while. We're going to do some giveaways, so I'm going to reward you tonight for it because Jason gave us some giveaways. But I do appreciate you guys coming out here because you guys are, my outlet, my way to stay in touch with people between working and other things going on in my life, which have not been the best. A lot of hurt people, a lot of hurt feelings that I wish could be taken back, that could be undone. But sometimes you can't. Not that I wouldn't want to try, but I just don't think it's some things are fixable. I've tried. I definitely tried. I put in effort, but sometimes things don't work out the way that we want. Hobby Hands. It's been a hard week, but the local thrift store I spotted a working Vectrex. Oh, surely they wanted 500 plus. Holy shnikes. You got a Vectrex for 125 bucks. That is a bargain. That gets a blue super chat, buddy. Holy shnikes. The Vectrex is one of my all-time favorite consoles. Came out in 1982. A vector monitor. Came out, unfortunately, right before the video game crash. If no one has experienced a Vectrex, you have definitely missed out. So to Hobby Hands, I have 2 Vectrexes, and I spend a lot more than that. So that is a great deal. I would get it recapped as soon as possible. You want to make sure that thing gets recapped. And a friend of mine has a no buzz kit, and I put one no buzz kit, one Vectrex. I have one stock, of course. I always have to keep one stock. But it really does make a world of difference without that buzzing. Although you lose the experience of the Vectrex, that buzzing was part of the experience. But if you do want to not hear the buzzing, it's a very simple kit to install, and it makes it sound good. The sound chip in the Vectrex was always excellent. It's a great, great machine. And as Jason said here, that is an absolute score. And you know what? I think with a score like that, maybe we should do one giveaway here. I got to pull up the right screen, though. I got to find it. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So let me go here. I'm going to put in, I want you to put in this as the keyword. So I'm going to do a keyword. For people who want to win the first Jason sponsored Build-A-Cade. It's too long. I don't be a jerk. Okay. The word is going to be, and I'm going to make it's going to be case sensitive. So I'm going to do this again. I'm going to make it easier. I'm going to put I want it. Okay. The keyword is I want it. So if you put that in right now, that's the keyword we're going to be doing to win yourself a Build-A-Cade. I'm going to mark this up here at the top. We'll put this as a pin message. I want it. So put it, I want it in there. And we're going to do keyword. Okay. So I'll let that go for a minute or two. Let you guys get a chance to put an I want it in there and see who can try and win the very first Build-A-Cade. And I know you guys saw we are releasing the Viper finally. We did a pre-order and we ran out, but we're going to get more in. So we're going to have another pre-order coming through. We're going to start shipping them in about a week or so. We have the R-Cade software fully vetted to work in the iiRcade, to work in the Build-A-Cade, to work in your projects. It's going to be just you connect your devices. They're going to work HDMI, a DSi screen, controllers, everything. So the Viper is going to be coming out in about a week. We'll get that out to you guys. And then you can either still put a Raspberry Pi in your Build-A-Cade, or you can get the Viper upgrade kit for your Build-A-Cade. I would recommend that because you can, if you get a couple Build-A-Cades or you know someone has a Viper or R-Cade running, you can play them over the internet, even on your Build-A-Cade. Put on your put on your big TV set, regular controllers, and you can play them on that. So we'll do the drawing here and at 8:30 on the. No, that's too long. We'll do it in about I'll give it another 2 minutes. 8:27, we'll do the drawing. And so the word is I want it. That's the keyword. And we'll go and get the drawing in about 2 minutes to give you guys a little more of a chance. Now to the winner, just so you know, if you are noted to be the winner, you can't win the second one, obviously, but make sure you send an email to Glenn's Retro Show, all one word, glensretroshow@gmail.com. I will need your full name, address, and phone number. Gotta make sure you're not a bot, right? So I need your full name, address, and phone number, and we will ship you a GRS Build-A-Cade to the winner. We'll do the drawing in about 1 minute. I'll pull up the page over here. There it is right there. So we can see everyone that's in the list. You can see the keyword is I want it. And I took out the mod because these are Jason's gifts. So it kind of be silly if he won his own gift. So we'll do the drawing in about 30 seconds or so. So make sure you're putting in I want it. And we'll do the drawing in a minute. I'm going to put my finger on the roll button. Just waiting for it to come. And who wants it the most? Who's going to win it? We have 2 tonight, but someone's going to win 1 right now. Let's see who the winner is. KGE82. Congratulations, KGE82. You just won yourself a fully awesome GRS 1/6 scale arcade Build-A-Cade. There's still 1 to come. So make sure, KGE82, you send me your full name, address, phone number to glensretroshow@gmail.com, and we'll get that out to the mail to you. And thanks to Jason for sponsoring that particular giveaway and the next one too. So put that aside for a second. And I'll make a note of that myself here, that you won. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. So congratulations again. But again, we have still 1 more to give away. We'll give away that a little bit later. So I'm going to look down in the chat here. I haven't been paying too much attention. See what's going on over here. Oh, yeah, man, holy cow, was caught off guard on that one. Well, you won. Congratulations. I don't know if you have one or not, but I know you will absolutely enjoy it. If you're not Michael B, the Game Genie, you put it together in 20 minutes, guaranteed. And you can use a Raspberry Pi 3 or 4. I put a Raspberry Pi A and a 2 in it just because. but it's really designed for the Raspberry Pi 3 or 4. Or you can now order the Viper Build-A-Cade kit and put that in. I recommend the Viper Build-A-Cade myself, just because it has a lot more functionality over a Pi. But if you have a Pi already, put it in and you'll be all set to go. Congratulations. And again, thanks for coming on tonight and joining us on Friday nights here. We kick off your weekends. I know you guys work, guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You have hard weeks, whether it's going to school, going to work, taking care of family and friends. You'll have a hard week. So hopefully you're off on Saturday and Sunday and you're kicking your week going off right with kicking it old school. Then Super Game Room Dudes obviously comes on after my show. And I'm lining up some guests right now. I'm lining up some special things I want to do. Just have a lot of stuff going on. We finally finalized. I'm going to be on Multicade Mondays with P-Dubs this Monday to talk about the Build-A-Cade FU edition, and it is still going by the code name FU edition for full size unit. We've finalized pretty much everything. So right now we're in the process of building our prototype right now. When that is built, it'll be shipped to me. I can show you guys the prototype, and it'll be going on Kickstarter to go for seeing if we can get enough people interested in a full size, not a quarter scale, not a 1/6 scale, full size arcade machine with rotatable gate switchers and your joysticks, spinners, trackballs, a 19-inch fully articulating rotating screen. Can be done by hand, well, not by hand, by pressing a button, or through the Viper or your computer through software, rotating your screen depending on the game that you're playing. Stereo speakers. You can also use it'll come with a Viper Venom, which would be our brand new SBC, which is our high-end version. It's like our Lamborghini, and then the regular Viper is more like a Porsche, which is still pretty good. But you can still put a full PC in there if you so choose. You will be able to buy additional decks. So if you want just a deck for, say, Tron, or a deck for Star Wars, or a special deck for the Ikari Warrior Super Joysticks, you can put them in. They'll simply go in and lock in place, nice and easy, and pull right back out. And then there'll be storage inside the unit for those as well. So we're trying to make this as customizable as possible for you guys. And of course, if you want to add the Al-Link bit pixel display or LCD display, you can do that. If you want to make it look like a Nintendo cab, there will be a way to do that as well, just like the 1/6 scale Build-A-Cade. So we're trying to make that one quick cutter thing for everything you want it to do. I hope you guys will be happy with it. And once the full size unit is well on Kickstarter, hopefully we can hit our numbers and we'll get it out to you guys. How powerful is the Viper? The standard Viper is an RK3566 chipset, and its processor is decent, but the GPU is really where the power comes from. Kind of like the TurboGrafx 16, right? So it was an 8-bit CPU, but it had a really good GPU. So as long as the emulators are designed to take advantage of the GPU, they run really, really well. Dreamcast runs on it, PlayStation runs on it. I think PS2 runs on it as well. Those are the high-end units that it runs. But the Viper itself was designed for the retro games, the older systems. That's really what it's going to do. But it does play games like Doom, Doom 3, Duke Nukem, Daphne. It does all those as well. So it's not really low powered, but it's definitely not as powerful as the Viper Venom, which would be in the full size unit, which was always designed to be that way. The Viper was designed for the Build-A-Cade for retro gaming and to use in standalone projects. But the Viper Venom is the RK3588, and that will be the one to be the high-powered one to run the high-powered emulators after the fact. And that'll be standard in the full-size Build-A-Cade. It probably will not fit in the regular Build-A-Cade. That's really designed for the standard Viper. The Venom is designed for larger projects. It's not going to be a huge board, but I think it might be too big. I could be wrong. I did stick a Orange Pi 5, which is an RK3588, in a Build-A-Cade. Not the prettiest, but I fit it because that's kind of what I do. So it is possible to do that, of course. Would your trackball work with your new SBC? Of course, yes. All my trackballs, whether it be the 2-inch or the 3-inch trackball, my Ikari sticks, my Star Wars flight yoke, my spinners, whether it be the optical or the Hall effect, all of my controllers will work in the Viper through the R-Cade software. And that's what's so good about R-Cade and them being a partner with me is I'm able to share them with the specs of stuff we're working on, and they'll make sure it's implemented in R-Cade. And of course, once you have R-Cade on your Viper or your Viper Venom, software updates. You don't have to worry about it. And unlike other people doing software updates, they take stuff away or they lock stuff down and start charging you for it. No, we don't do that. You get the software update, it's free. Enhancements you get are free. Peer-to-peer gameplay is free. Streaming media is free because that's what is on the system. I'm not here to nickel and dime you guys to death. I'm here to make you guys have something you can enjoy and not have to worry about spending money out your nose. Of course, I'm losing my shirt on it. I'm losing relationships over it. That's kind of like where I've come in, I think, in this lifetime. I think I've burned a lot of things, but I was doing it because I want you guys to have fun. I want you to have fun with your kids and your family. You know, I kind of destroyed my own. Hey, what am I going to do? I've done it, right? What's it? What is the Viper graphics card then? I will get that for you. I don't know off the top of my head what it is. Let me see if I can find out. Hold on a second. Let me see. I might be able to find it out real quick. I might have it handy. Let's see. Let's see. Where is my GPU? The CPU, the GPU, it's an ARM Mali G5. I'll put it in the chat here. This is the GPU, and this is the Viper 3566 GPU. Put it in the chat there. There you go. Except if I can spell Viper right. Hello. Thank you. Goodness gracious me. There we go. There you go. So the GPU in the Viper. Let this thing stop here. I hate when this happens. I have a problem with sometimes my what's going on here? Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Did it come up there? I don't know. I guess my thing's not popping up. I don't know why it didn't pop up. That's okay. So anyway, that's what that is. Let's go back over here. And trying to see. So did you guys have a good Halloween? I don't know. I know people said they had a couple trick-or-treaters, but you take your kids out? Did your kids have a good time? Question to ask. I hope my friends' kids had a good time. I wished one of them a good time. I hope they did. Yes, I talked to my team. I know it went up and it went down again. They'll fix it. It's just some issue on the website. The Viper is going to be available within the next week. We'll have it up there. Place the orders and we'll start shipping them in about a week to 10 days, 2 weeks, and start shipping those out. I think you guys will be very happy. Again, the big selling point of the Viper, again, you can have, think of game consoles, right? You had the NES, and you had the Atari 7800, and you had the Sega Master System. Now, the NES wasn't the most powerful, but it had great software library. You also had, say, the GameCube or the Nintendo 64. They had more powerful machines out there, but they did very well because it's not always about the hardware. Of course, that plays a point, but it's also the software side. And we have an awesome, incredible software partner with R-Cade. It has so many great features built in. It's very optimized for the chipset, and it's the overall experience. You want to plug this thing in and play. You want to play your friends across the country, you could do that. You want to watch movies on it, you could do that. You want to get games on there, you can do that. You want to load them another way, you could do that. Bobby Vu, in fact, that's what's running behind me right here. If I have this thing on here, I'm still testing his software build. If I can get out of there. I'm sure if my controller's connected or not. It might not be. Trying this controller, but it might not be. So behind me, you can see the ring around it. And can I pull it up here? I think I can. So this is actually R-Cade running Bobby Vu's software build, which I can't seem to. Oh, did they get out? Nope. All right. So I can't get out. There's a bug. So this is running Bobby Vu's 2 terabyte ROM build. So that'll be something that'll be, I think, big time. Light gun support is built in. You can see the light ring. Bring it back up here. Whoop. It does support the retro shooter, but it also supports, of course, the Sinden light guns and the GRS Target Pro. That's why that light ring's on there right now, because I actually have my gun connected to it. I was doing some gameplay before, and I gotta fix this over here. This is bugging me. Let me fix this. Start this up again. Go over here. Something's crashing my site because my machine's old, like me. Hopefully it loads. So there will be light gun support, absolutely. There we go. Finally, yes. So Dick, yes. Light guns will be supported in R-Cade and Viper Venom, absolutely. And I was playing Alien 3, Duck Hunt, Hogan's Alley. I was playing it no problem by Sinden Target Pro. Glenn, have you considered making the marquee area compatible with the BitPixel? Well, the Build-A-Cade FU edition, we are working directly with Al-Link. And what Al-Link sent me is what we're going to be making compatible with. So I'm not sure what version, if they're different, but Al-Link sent us a BitPixel and the BitPixel and LCD one. And those are the ones we're going to make sure it's compatible. So I'm not sure if that's the same as iGames is using or if it's different. But we will have support for Al's units, if that makes any sense, in between my drink. Delish. Well, now it's not going to be necessarily coming with it. When we're doing the Kickstarter, there'll be different tiers. There'll be the base Build-A-Cade edition, and there'll be different tiers. So you can either possibly get it at that time or add it later. We're just making sure it's fully compatible with it, that you'll be plug and play, there'll be power, everything you need just to set and go. If you want to get it, it'll cost more than the base unit. And we're shooting the base unit to be well under $1,000. And that's including, again, rotating 19-inch screen, all the power, the speakers, full-size solid wood cabinet, the R-Cade control deck with the gate switchers and trackballs, spinners, all the bells and whistles in there, the Viper Venom in there, way to put your computer in there. So we're shooting to get that under $1,000. And then there could be different tiers for different parts you may want to get. Maybe you want to get extra decks. Maybe you do want a Tron deck or a Flight Yoke deck. You can get those things at a special discount during the Kickstarter campaign. Glenn, can the regular Viper handle GameCube? I don't believe so. That would be more something, I think, for the Viper Venom. I think the GameCube might be out of its realm. I haven't tried it, though. The R-Cade team are still porting emulators over to it. We have a large number of emulators, but GameCube is not there. N64 is there, and it can do N64. So I think N64 usually is the more difficult one to run, but I don't think GameCube or like Dolphin emulator is there yet. BitPixel will be supported in the full-size unit. Absolutely will be supported. It just depends on whether you buy it at the time in the tier or you want to add it later because you maybe don't want to spend all that money for it at that point. You want to add it to the fact. We just want to make sure that it's compatible. It'll plug in. We have a number of partners working on this. We have Al-Link with the BitPixel. We have Escape Pod, and we have Joystick Arcade. A few other people doing artwork style packs. We have 99vLiveds Arcade. We're doing additional control decks or controllers you guys may want. And we have other partners haven't announced yet that will be announced during the Kickstarter campaign. But this is a project of the best in the community for you guys. I'm trying to keep the cost down, as I always do, but with the highest quality on all the parts. The big thing is being like wood and real T-molding, all those things that people just never really get, or they get and it's expensive. Comparable, to be honest, a cabinet comparable to mine without having the gate switchers and without having a rotating powered display are going for like $2,000 and above, $2,500. I'm trying to get mine under $1,000. Hell, R-Cade one-ups were going for $1,000 and they were still cheap. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make you guys have the ability to buy really an arcade quality cabinet, unbelievable features for a price that is quite literally a little bit insane. And of course, I can't. I had my thing here. I was going to all set to do it. I can't find it now. Dang it. Where'd it go? Probably over the top. Oh well. Can't find it. Can't find it. And that takes. See, I got so many things on my screen. I can't find it now, and it would be stupid to bring it up now. So in any case, it don't matter. But I will bring this up. If you do want to get your own Build-A-Cade, if you don't happen to win one tonight, we're still doing it. $50 off. You still get it with TMG50. If you go to our website, thunder6studios.com, you could buy a Build-A-Cade. If you didn't win one tonight for only $50, it's an amazing value. But of course, we also have 30% off still site-wide and everything except the GRS Ikari Warriors Super Joystick. You can put the code in, TMG30. You get 30% off of anything else on the site. So we're still doing those sales right now. And okay, we'll go back over here. Let's go see what we got. He's got his Christmas money ready to go. I appreciate that. Yep, P-Dubs already plugged you. I plugged myself about Multicade Mondays. That'll be coming on. We'll be talking about a few things on your show. And if really quick, so if you don't win, we already had a winner tonight. We have KGE82 who won a Build-A-Cade. We have one more tonight. If you did miss out on both of those, and you don't want to spend the $50 to buy one, go to Multicade Mondays. I'll be giving 2 Build-A-Cades away on P-Dubs, a Multicade Monday show. So you have another chance to win 2 Build-A-Cades on Monday. If you don't happen to win tonight, and if you don't feel like buying one for yourself. But no, it makes a great stocking stuffer. If you have a friend or a family member or a kid who might want something like that, you're not going to find a better arcade unit for $49. But it's also educational. You put it together and do it. So, what do we got going over here? Oh, Stephen M. Thanks. First question, just curious. Will the Viper Venom also support? You know what? Maybe. The specs on it are still being fluid at this point in time. We're just trying to make sure it's available for like January, because January is we're going to be having obviously the Kickstarter campaign. We're going to need Viper Venoms for the full size Build-A-Cade FU edition, full size unit for anyone who just joins. Not FU, it's FU for full size unit. So potentially, they're still adding specs to the Venom. The Venom is going to be very powerful and have a lot of different options on it. Video Game Vegas, man. Hey, welcome and happy day after Friday. I wanted to say something real quick. I almost forgot. So there's one thing I want to bring up real quick. So today is All Saints Day. My Uncle Anthony, it's his birthday. But also back in 2015, the gentleman there, the older gentleman there, is my father. And he actually passed away at right about now, back in 2015. So I just wanted to give a moment for my father. He was a great guy, and this was actually he'd come over on Halloween in 2015, and that's me in the zombie costume. That's Cole in the little skeleton costume. That's my cousin Justin standing behind us. And my dad had come up. He always come up on Halloween. He always helped me with my son. My father was a great person, and he was a little weird that night. He really was. He was very. It's hard to describe. It was still him. It was still my dad. My dad was a very good guy, but he just seemed a little more subdued, perhaps, and almost like he knew something was coming. So came over on on Halloween. We had the night, and I told him, "Why don't you stay the night?" He's like, "No, I'm gonna go home." He lives about half hour away, so he went home, and that would be today. So he went home. My mother called me right about now saying my father is not waking up. So I got my son, and we did about 90 or 100 miles an hour on the Taconic, which is, if anyone knows the Taconic, it's very windy. And we ran down to Yorktown, and my father was in my room, and he had passed away. And I just wanted to take a moment because he was such a good guy, and I try very hard to live like he did. My father was a very hard worker. He worked multiple jobs. He was a truck driver eventually, and he worked for the Teamsters Union, and he did that for a long time for his family. He just my brother and myself, my mother, and he was a very hard worker. And he retired. He only had about 2 years between retiring and passing away, but he was a great, fantastic father, and he was a phenomenal grandfather to my son. And I could never thank him for that. And I wish he had stayed over, because maybe if I was like around when he had his heart attack, maybe we could have saved him. I don't know. It's one of those things like you don't know. But of all days to pass away on All Saints Day, and I just want to take just a quick moment, just give a shout out to my father, who's such a good guy. And when people talk about how I am, or if people even think I'm a nice guy, or they don't, I don't know. But the good part of me came from my father and my mother. Don't get me wrong; they did both. My dad was just—I just want to let you know he was such a good father. That's where I got my values from. That's where I got my work ethic from. That's where I got my caring for family and friends from. And that's where I got caring for the people I love from. It was from my dad and my mom. But tonight's about my dad. Rest in peace, wherever he is. Hopefully he's looking down, seeing his grandson doing a good job, seeing me, doing the stupid gaming stuff that he always thought was a little ridiculous back in the day. He still played Pong with me though, although I could tell he wasn't his thing. But in any case, Dad, I just want to say, miss you, and I hope you're at peace wherever you are at. Okay. So we'll do the next. I guess we'll do the next Build-A-Cade giveaway in a moment. I think we're going to call this one. I've got to think, but you need a call. We need a call name for it. So let me go back over here. What name we're going to use? Keyword. Oh, I know exactly what. So if you want to win the second GRS Build-A-Cade of the night, donated so kindly by Jason, our resident AI here, and Jason, he does so many YouTube channels. He does so much stuff. He's just such a great guy. I want to meet him myself one day. But if you want to win this particular Build-A-Cade, I just put down in the chat. The code word is Fred, and Fred is my father's name. So if you want to win this particular Build-A-Cade, we're going to do it to my father. Put in Fred in the chat. My father was a ham like myself. He kind of would like that anyway. So we'll give it a few minutes. We'll let that run for about 5 minutes or so. Give people a chance to get in with Fred. And while we're doing that, just remember to take a moment. I always say this at the end of the videos, I'm going to tell you now. Always tell your parents, family, friends, people you care about, who may not care about you anymore. Let them know that they matter. Let them know that you love them. Tomorrow's never promised. 5 minutes from now is not even promised. Make sure they know that you care about them, you be there for them, and you love them. Because, we love all these gaming stuff, but it's the people that we enjoy. It's the people we enjoy doing it with. If you have just games and have no one to share it with, what good is it? You have to have your friends and family around. Just take a moment to let them know. Great Halloween, or it's All Saints Day, actually. It's a great thing. So we'll let this run for a couple more minutes. Just keep putting Fred. If you want to win the second GRS Build-A-Cade, put Fred down in the comments. And looks like we got another super chat here. Super chats aren't always guaranteed either. That is true, but know what is guaranteed? If we do a super chat, you're going to get a super blue. Kevin, always appreciate you, buddy. You don't have to do super chats, man. I appreciate you every time you come every week. In fact, I appreciate all you guys when you come every week. It means a lot to me personally. And the show, the Kicking Old School, is going to kick it up a notch in the coming weeks. I have a lot of guests I'm getting lined up. Probably be even better in 2025. But for right now, I'm just kind of shooting by the hip, just taking it easy with you guys sitting around. And remember, if you didn't hear, put Fred down in the comments, capitals F-R-E-D, to try and win yourself a GRS Build-A-Cade. We'll do the drawing in about 2 minutes for that next GRS Build-A-Cade. We had one winner already. It was KGE82. He won one. But if you don't win tonight, this Monday on Multicade Mondays, I'll be joining P-Dubs and P-Dubs Arcade Lofts Multicade Mondays to talk about the GRS Build-A-Cade FU edition, full-size unit, and other things. We'll talk about other things as well. But if you do want to get one on your own, of course, you can always go to tsticks.com and use the promo code TMG50, and you can get yourself the Build-A-Cade for $50 off. We'll do the just about another minute. Just about another minute. And we'll do our drawing. We got a lot of Freds. We have Thumper Squid. Hey, buddy. Paul is here. Mobile Mutant. A lot of guys joining. Hollywood Polo. Eminem. A lot of guys joining. Dick Walson is here. I think everyone else I got already. So I appreciate you guys all joining. And let me pull up our screen over here. Here we go. So you can see we have a keyword in as Fred. We're going to make this for Fred. Fred's going to have someone win a GRS Build-A-Cade in about a minute. And let that thing keep ticking down. Actually, it's not discounted because we have a partnership deal with SNK. And SNK doesn't want us to do that yet. So the Ikari War Super Joystick is a fully licensed SNK product, and they don't want us to do a discount code on it. So right now we can't do that, unfortunately. Sorry about that. Be sure to check out Multicade Mondays this coming Monday for a special guest, Glenn's Retro Show. Do what Jason says. And it is time, Jason. So Jason has sponsored this Build-A-Cade gift, and my father is the code word. So last chance right now. Put in Fred if you didn't do it already. 1, 2. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Adam Williams. Adam Williams, you just won the Fred edition GRS Build-A-Cade sponsored by Jason. Make sure you please send me your full name, address, and phone number to Glenn's Retro Show at gmail.com. And you can receive your Fred edition of the GRS Build-A-Cade, buddy. So thank you so much. We're going to make sure we get you over here. And, oh, come on, you stupid thing. Why can't I ever do anything right? Come on. Boom. Let's copy over here. You got the Fred edition. Boom. So make sure to both winners, which is KGE82 and Fred Williams. Make sure you send me your full name, address, phone number to glensretroshow@gmail.com, and we will send you out your Build-A-Cades, which are so generously sponsored by Jason today. And of course, we have P-Dubs here. I heard the Multicade Monday show is dope. Well, it will be this coming Monday because this guy is going to be on it. So I hope you guys, listen, I hope you guys did have a decent week. My week, as usual, has a lot of ups and downs on a personal level. What am I going to do, right? You just got to try and hope that everyone's okay and go on. But I appreciate all you guys every week. The Super Gamer dudes will be kicking off in just a few minutes. I'm going to let you guys go with just one thought again. Make sure you always tell family and friends you love them. Tomorrow is never promised. I'll lead you guys out with the Kicking Old School song. And till next week, I want to thank you guys for joining. I appreciate every one of you guys. You mean a lot to me. Game on.
Gluing on cartridges, hidden reset. 8-bit dreams, can't lose that bet. Floppy disks and arcade lights. Pac-Man, Frogger, we're playing all night. Simpsons in the background, neon in the air. 80s vibes, man, we didn't care. VHS tapes staying up too late. Saturday cartoons, can't wait to escape. Dial-ups humming, we're hacking the code. Back when everything fears in tow. Back to the future, hop in the DeLorean. Night Rider cruising, man, there's no ignoring them. Battlestar Galactica, what a ride. Looney Tunes, it takes pure joy inside. Blockbusters ruled, we lined up for days. Video games booted up in the pixelated maze. Movie marathons and popcorn nights, we ruled the screen, living in the lights. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we're taking it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades to TV shows that ruled, you know we're kicking it old school. Grab your joystick, the game's about to start. A high-score world, now that's an art. We're cruising on hoverboards, living our dream. Old school forever, we're igniting the scene. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we're taking it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school,